our records. So.
All right. We are recording.
All right. So why don't we just jump right in and do some quick introductions, Rocco?
Sure thing. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rocco Visconti. I am one of the planners for both Art and Star for Arlington Transit. I guess we'll start with the county staff we have here, and I'll go down the list. And then we have someone new to introduce today, a new member of our staff. So I'll go down the list as I see them. We have Clinton.
Was that Clinton? Did I hear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Clinton Edwards, Transit Services Manager.
Great. And then we have Paul Meunier.
Good evening. My name is Paul Meunier. I'm the service planner for the Art bus service.
Okay. And then we have Pierre Holloman.
Good afternoon, everyone. Pierre Holloman, and I am the chief of Arlington Transit.
Great. And finally, we have a new member of our staff to introduce today. As you all may know, when Lynn Rivers left, Pierre stepped up into her role as the transit chief, and we have since had an open position as the assistant transit chief, and we have since filled that role. Please welcome Carissa Nichols, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Thank you, Rocco. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for letting me attend this meeting.
Welcome.
Great. Yes, Carissa just started this week, so she's definitely doing a lot of observation. So this was definitely a good week for her to come see both the subcommittee and the main TAC.
Hey, wonderful. Were you in the department before, or did you come from outside, Carissa? I'm just curious.
No worries. I came from the outside.
I see. Okay. Well, very good. Sometimes that's a very good thing. A new perspective is always good. So,
Have you used Star, Carissa?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Yes. Have you used Star? Have you ridden around on a trip or two?
I haven't done paratransit. No, I have not.
okay.
We would love to have you.
Absolutely. Firsthand experience is always good.
Definitely. That's something
I
we'll
look
have to
forward
set
to it.
up.
Very good. Is there anyone
me
else
in.
to introduce, Rocco?
Yes, from the Star Call Center, we have Sheila Hill.
Good afternoon, General Manager for the Star Call Center.
Hi, Sheila.
Great. And then also relatively new to Star Service, we have Olivia from We Drive You.
Yes, thanks. Pardon me. Thanks, Rocco. I'm customer success for We Drive You. So nice to meet everyone.
Very
Great.
good.
And that is everyone on our side.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to just call a quick roll of the committee members. Again, I'm Roseanne Ashby, the chair. Maybe just say here when I call your name. Cynthia Johnson Oliver.
Present. Good afternoon, everyone.
Kent Keyser. Kent? Here. Okay. Do I still say your name wrong, Kent? Get your name wrong, I think.
No, ma'am, you're quite correct.
Oh, okay, okay. Very good. Let's see. Who else? Wait, Daniel Leslie?
Here I am.
All right, and Rebecca Bridges?
Present. Good evening, everyone.
And I do not hear Judy Dixon. I know she can't make it, and I do not hear Jim Mountain. So, but we have a quorum, so let's get started.
We also have one member of the public, I believe.
Right.
We have a phone number ending in 0889, if you would like to introduce yourself.
You don't
Oh,
have
that's
to,
me,
but we would
Daniel.
love to.
I'm on the video call, but using my phone for the audio.
Got it.
Okay.
All right.
So do we not have anyone then from the public? Because that is our first agenda item.
That is
public
all.
comment. Okay, then let's move right on to subcommittee comments. Now, Rocco and I had a chat, and I just want to reiterate the situation that when we bring up questions about personal trips, that is perfectly fine, but we may not get responses tonight about those trips. If something needs to be investigated or researched, they're going to have to get back to us on this. And this pertains to public comments as well as our own comments. But if you have comments or if you are particularly concerned about items from the prior minutes, there was quite a few items brought up in the minutes that require follow-up. Please, reiterate that now. I think that'd be helpful. So anyone on the committee wants to share some comments at this moment?
I have a couple.
Sure,
This is
Rebecca, go
Rebecca.
ahead.
A couple things regarding the minutes. I am particularly concerned at the delays involved in receiving these because we have no ability to follow up on items between the prior meeting and today's meeting without the minutes. So I would like to explore the idea of getting those out within a week of the meeting or some reasonable deadline, so that we actually have a chance to review the things we said we would do and do them, or ask the questions that need to be asked or follow up on the items that need to be followed up on. Number two, I continue to be concerned about the inability to get rides in the app within the time requested. So I can call the call center and I forget what it's called, you guys can override, the ladies there can override it with a request or something. I don't know what the term is. But when I'm in the app, I frequently get the busy, 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 and it'll just schedule a time for whenever it wants to and not when I want it to. There are two issues with that. One, we have U-Serve, so there shouldn't be an inability to get a ride when you ask for one. Two, the app, there's a feature in the app that doesn't appear to be accessible with voiceover, or at least that I'm struggling with, that that if I'm apparently if the trip is not, if you're saying, okay, I want an 8 a.m. pickup, and the app is showing busy, that there isn't an 8 a.m. pickup, it'll just say busy, but there's apparently a drop down. I went over this with Capricia, like there's a drop down that you can select from an available time, but that doesn't appear to me as a screen reader user. So if that is the case, then that's something that we need to explore. And then thirdly, just there are still issues with the coupons and U-Serve, and the STAR's aware of this, the county's aware of it, but there continue to be issues with the drivers, either their inability to accept the coupons and the mixed results that leads to. Thank you.
So, okay, so just let me reiterate a little bit here. So the minutes came out a little bit earlier this time than last, which I certainly appreciate. They were several days earlier. Would it be possible to get the minutes out like at least a week in advance of the meeting? That would be my question, Rocco
I don't think
and
that's
Clinton.
not acceptable. That's a
Oh,
week in advance of the next meeting. That leaves no time for follow-up.
well, you mean
Like,
in terms
that's
of
insane.
you're talking about committee member follow-up or their
Or anything. Because if
Mhm.
nobody knows what they're supposed to be following up on, whether that be the
Well,
county, like if they're,
Mhm.
that doesn't.
Well,
I would, that doesn't work.
Presumably, now I'm speaking for the county here, and I could be wrong. Presumably, they know what's in these draft minutes, and they are following up on our items. Now, I don't know, maybe that's an assumption I shouldn't make,
But are they just sitting on someone's desk, like on Rocco's computer for a month and a half? Or, I mean, I guess that's a question because, and if there are items that we said we'd follow up on, we can't do that in the time that
Right,
it takes to,
right.
we need to see the minutes.
Okay,
Madam
so, yeah,
Chairwoman,
yes, Ken.
it's so here's my thought, but also a question. I think it's the subcommittee's responsibility to do the minutes, but the county's nicely doing them for us. Now, if we want to get them earlier, then maybe we need to do them. But then that begs the question: Is Rocco the only person in the county that does that, or are there other committees where the county takes minutes for their entity?
I didn't know that.
I think the full TAC, I think someone takes minutes for the full TAC, right? I think so.
I don't know.
Okay, Pierre, I think you want to speak?
Yeah, just points of clarification. So within the county, ideally, members of committee or subcommittees should be involved in the taking of minutes. What has happened over the number of years is that in some cases, such committees or subcommittees did not have individuals to do that. So staff has stepped in to do that. But ideally, with any formalized committee or commission, there are roles within such, and those individuals would be responsible for such. However, staff has had to step up due to those roles not being fulfilled over the years.
So
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. So let me ask this, Pierre, please. So would it be possible to have some kind of collaborative effort amongst, like, say, one of our committee members and Rocco? I actually think the minutes are very well done at this point. I'm very pleased with them. It's just, for me personally, and Rocco and I had the discussion, just getting them sooner, it would be helpful. But I find the quality of the minutes to be very helpful.
Yeah.
So if we do, Rocco, do we operate from a transcript from the call? Is that how you do the minutes?
Yeah, there's an automatically produced transcript of the recording that I'm able to turn into minutes.
Could you share that transcript with us, like the day after?
Yeah, I think that's definitely doable. I can get you guys the transcript and also the recording link.
Okay, Rebecca, would that be sufficient? Or
yeah, I think so. I mean, if this is a committee responsibility, then this should be something that we do. I mean, if someone's willing to do it, I didn't even. I guess I wasn't aware whose responsibility it was.
I've never known that either. So yeah.
So here's the deal I would make. I can try it, but if it's too onerous, then I'm going to shove it off on one of you all. But I can work from a transcript. That shouldn't be that hard.
Okay.
And in Word, right, Rocco? You put the transcript in Word.
Sorry, I'm muted. It's in Microsoft Word. Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay. So, Kent, I appreciate your willingness to try this. It's a new procedure, so we're going to try it. And then how we want to collaborate with Rocco, I'm not sure if we want to do the first draft or if.
Would Kent want to put it together and share it with Rocco and are we able to share it with this subcommittee at the same time, or is that considered some kind of public thing at that point?
Yeah, maybe.
What are the
okay, Pierre is trying to
draft.
speak. Yeah, go ahead, Pierre.
So procedure-wise, the draft minutes can be shared with the subcommittee. However, it cannot be posted as far as being approved until it's adopted by the subcommittee. So the subcommittee could definitely look at them before or
Okay.
read them
Okay.
beforehand.
Okay.
So maybe, Kent, if you could send them to the subcommittee, and then Roseanne, if we're good with it, then we can send it to Rocco to publish? How does that work?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, and I'd
Yeah.
like to get Rock bent on it too, right? I want his input because he's good at.
I agree.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
I'm-
that's totally doable. If you wanted to do that, I'm willing to look over what you've written, make any suggestions or possible
Okay.
changes, and then put them into the
Okay.
right format to be posted online.
Okay,
Okay.
Daniel, I believe Daniel has a comment. Daniel, did I hear your hand was raised?
Yeah, it's not related to the minutes, but it is addressing some Rebecca's other questions. So I don't want to raise it until Rebecca says
Okay.
we're done with the minutes. But
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, well, I think we have a procedure now. We're gonna have Kent try to draft something up. He's gonna send it to us and to Rocco. Rocco's gonna add whatever, he wants to, or however clarifications. And then we will have minutes earlier, right? Than we have
Yay.
them now. So.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Problem
let's
solved.
give this a
And
try.
my expectation would be that I would do it on the weekend preceding the meeting.
Yeah.
Preceding is it? No, that's not right. Subsequent
No,
to the meeting.
following the meeting.
No.
Subsequent.
Yeah.
Following the meeting. There's the good old
Yeah.
fashioned easy
Yeah.
word to say. Following the meeting,
Yeah.
and then get them out to you all either on that weekend day or on Monday.
Well,
Okay.
After the meeting.
Kent, this is wonderful, and thank you so much for volunteering to do that. So I appreciate it.
This will help immensely. And if I can be of any help, let me know. But this is good. Thank you. And I appreciate Pierre. First of all, Rocco takes great minutes. By the way, it's not, I have no complaint over that. And I do appreciate the clarification, because I have not been on I wasn't aware of that. And if that is our responsibility, then that's something we should be doing and not blaming it on you when it's late.
Okay, and then if I could just follow up on a couple things, and I want to make sure Daniel has a chance to speak here. So in the minutes that I did read, the issues with the app, this issue that Rebecca describes with the app has been brought up several times regarding the fact that people are not able to choose the time of their ride without calling the call center in many cases. And Rocco, I would ask that that be addressed in this report that you're going to give, or next report. But this is a repeat issue. This is not a new issue. So I hope, we need to talk about the app and how it's working. And certainly that's something that we want to deal with, because if it's not accessible, then maybe there needs to be some change by the web developer or whoever's, keeping this thing up to date. And then I'm sorry, because Rebecca, you raised a third issue too, but I believe it was one that
Well,
we've heard
the
many.
site, the app issue is twofold. One is why it takes calling the call center for them to do a
Right.
special thing
Right.
to reserve the
Right.
time you want, because that's why we have userve. And
Right.
then my third issue was unrelated, which was userve itself and the coupons.
Oh, the coupons. Okay. So again, this is not a new issue. It's not a new issue. I'm not sure why the drivers have trouble with the coupons or why they don't understand how to use them, but it's something that we've talked about here before. Daniel, Rocco, please.
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Sorry,
Rocco,
just
go.
want to quickly say that regarding the issue, if there's a drop down that's not being read by a screen reader, that does sound like it might be an accessibility issue. I have not heard that was happening for screen readers, but certainly we would be interested in seeing if there may be a technical issue with the app's ability to read that prompt.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Is there a way we can help you test that somehow, or how do we do that? I don't know. Let's yeah. that's just an item we should follow up on. I don't know how
Yeah,
they actually
definitely.
test these things. And if you want a screen reader user such as
yeah.
myself or Roseanne or Judy
Yeah.
to look at
And
that.
and Rebecca and Judy probably have more familiarity with your app than I do. So please feel free to call on us if we can be helpful. Okay.
Sure.
Would just say that. Okay. And now I'm hearing Daniel has been trying to get a word in here. So
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to stay on some of these topics because Rebecca raised a number of good issues. So regarding the coupons, the wallet, and just to make sure everybody knows, the wallet was recently enabled in the app, and I've been successfully using it. And that's an issue we raised and requested, and I really appreciate that being enabled. I think it works very well. So anybody if anybody likes using coupons, I'm not going to change your routine, but it is a great alternative. One thing I would suggest in it, currently it has a limit of $100, and it has the ability to automatically refill when it gets back to zero, but it doesn't have the ability to charge a specific amount at the beginning of every month or like at a specific date, which would be really useful for anybody who has transit benefits through their work. So for example, I get $223 from my employer, gets deposited first of the month. I would love the ability to tell the wallet to, on the first of the month, add $223 to my account from this card. But that's not possible because it's not possible to schedule a deposit on a specific date, and the wallet has a $100 limit. So I'd propose increasing that limit and adding a feature to schedule on a specific date.
okay. Rocco, is that something that can be investigated? It seems like a reasonable
Certainly
request.
understood, and we'll have to look into it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Very good.
And then
Oh, go ahead,
Rebecca,
Daniel. I'm sorry.
Rebecca raised another important issue, which is the menus that she wasn't able to see. Those menus are in fact there. And she raised the issue of not being able to schedule a ride if it was too busy, but being able to do that if you call the call center. I have a potential solution for that. I understand that it is important if there's a lot of trips at a specific time that the user is aware of that. When we call the call center, they'll tell you, they'll be like, oh, that is a packed time. Are you okay if your ride's a little late? I say, yeah, of course, because my ride's always on. Most of the time it's on time because some people cancel. If the app just said, hey, that's a particularly busy time, would you still like us to book that as your time? That would be, in my mind, an acceptable solution because the new user can still schedule at exactly the time they want without needing to call the call center. And it could also say, would you like us to schedule that? Here are some alternatives if you prefer. So that way they have both. And then last issue, this is kind of a new issue. I've noticed a lot of new drivers have been hired. I think they've all been very good. Like, so whoever's doing the hiring, good job. You're hiring a lot of people. One thing I have noticed though, you might be able to see if you can see me in the video. I'm in a particularly large wheelchair, and for many of the drivers on their first time loading me, they are very confused about where to do the seatbelt. So it might be good, in addition to whatever regular training you're doing, just to be like, okay, if it's a little wheelchair, good attachment points are here and here. If it's a big wheelchair, a good strategy is here and here. Just so that first time for them, they don't get like overwhelmed. One of the drivers, she actually kind of got me stuck, and she was in tears after, like, because she was worried about me. I wasn't like mad. I was just kind of sitting there laughing because it was kind of funny. But she was a little bit in tears, a little frustrated. I called up dispatch just to make sure that she was okay, and like she's doing great. I just wouldn't want a driver to have one difficult experience and they're an otherwise great driver, but we lose them because of that. So just heads up to the training people, like just give them a quick debrief about different wheelchair attachment strategies and maybe different tips on helping other people that have particularly unique situations.
Yeah, and
Those are my ideas.
I think that brings up, and if I can just request at a future meeting, I think maybe the next meeting, we need to talk about driver training. I know it's been brought up here before. I think Daniel raises very important issues, and I'd like to request that we speak about driver training at a future meeting. I believe, did I hear Kent's hand up? I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
You
Kent,
did.
did you? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just want to echo Rebecca and Daniel's points of concern because I have never been able to get a trip scheduled through the app. I get the constant message, no trips available at this time. And it's very, 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 very troubling to me that at rush hour, I assume is what Daniel's talking about, that he can't get a trip proximate to when he needs to go to work. Um, getting people who use wheelchairs to work is a huge, huge issue. And above all, the things that paratransit should do is get people to employment. My goodness, that's a basic a need for our national economy. The unemployment rate for people with disabilities is consistently twice that of people without disabilities. And those of us who, and I've never met a wheelchair user who doesn't want to work, except maybe some really, really, really seasoned people in their 80s. But otherwise, people want to work. And that's the first thing. Health, I guess, is first. But the second thing is employment. Getting people to work is crucial. And when I have real problems with Star trips, it usually is around rush hour, particularly in the morning, although getting home is also a problem, but it's always getting to work. And that, of course, is the most critical thing to our job. I was in a United States Senator office just recently with a fellow advocate, a wheelchair user, who worked in the Navy Yard for about a year and 3 months. And he lost his job because he could not reliably get to work from Arlington County to the Navy Yard. I mean, that's using Star. And so that just hit a button with me that something has to be about this rush hour, getting the full fleet into play.
Oh, okay. Ken, thank you. That's very important. I hear Rebecca's hand up. We're going to have to wind up public comment because we're significant, or committee comment because we're significantly
Sorry.
behind. But
I
go
just
ahead.
had one quick question about the wallet. I'm so sorry. I was just hoping someone could clarify. Is it possible to just add a credit card and just have it deduct at each time you take it? Like, do you have to add money to it, or can you just add a payment method, and so that every time you take a trip, it'll just charge your card?
You can do both. You can add
address that
a
real quick.
payment. You can add a payment method of a credit or debit card that will automatically just deduct, or you can add prepaid funds through the wallet if you don't want to add a credit card.
And you only have to add it once in the.
Yes.
And that's it. Okay, great. That's all I need to know. Thank you. I'm sorry, Roseanne.
And you can
Okay.
add
No,
multiple
that's
cards.
fine. And that doesn't negate though what Daniel's request was, because that was a little bit different, But yeah, both things. I hope you'll follow up on Daniel's request as well. All right, you guys. This brings up an issue for me. Do we need to have longer committee meetings? I feel very, very rushed. There's a long agenda still that we haven't even begun. Would people be willing to meet for an hour and a half, for instance, starting maybe at 4:30? I know some folks here work, they're employed, and that may not work. So I just wanted to bring up that situation. And then I think the county, if we agree that we want to do it, the county needs to investigate whether that's possible. So
I have a couple thoughts.
Okay.
One, well, Daniel raised his hand. He was polite, so I'll let him go first.
Okay, Daniel, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to suggest, hey, I'm okay meeting a little bit longer, but I prefer starting at 5 just because of my work schedule. So I'm
I
happy to go a little
understand.
late.
Okay, I understand. Okay, Rebecca.
I don't mind. We could meet longer. That's one option. I don't today, but most Tuesdays though, I have a hard stop at 6.
I see. Okay.
Because I have another commitment that's and
Yeah.
so a lot of times I'll be in a star car on the
Mhm.
way to where I'm going
Right.
at 6.
Right.
But not today. So the other, and if we can't start earlier, okay. But the other thought is, do we I don't know if this is an option, but could we meet more frequently and do like half the different reports or different items
Yeah.
each time? I don't know. Like
Yeah, I
alternate,
was
like we're gonna do this. That's
right.
another option. I
I
don't want to
was
make the decision for you, but just a thought.
Yeah, that is another option that I wanted to bring up. I don't know how much of this is institutionalized in the county, a bureaucracy somewhere. So maybe Pierre knows the answer. I don't know if he's still here.
Yeah, I can weigh in on this. So, based on the charter of the TAC, uh, there definitely could be meetings monthly of the subcommittee, but the request would need to be made of the TAC. The current TAC charter does note that TAC will meet at least 6 times, so that's every other month.
Mhm.
So the term at least applies, and it will just be a request to the TAC to have the subcommittee meet often or each month or however often the subcommittee would
Mhm.
like to meet. But
Mhm.
that will be up to, take the proposal up to the TAC to
Well,
make that decision.
is that something that folks on this subcommittee would like me to do tonight? Because it's at 7 p.m. tonight. I'm happy to bring it forward.
I think it's a
Works
good
for
idea
me.
worth exploring.
Go ahead. I heard Kent. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Say.
yes, ma'am. One thought, and of course we got county staff there, so it's their time. But I'm thinking that if we were to do the public comment at the end, I guess we'd still want
Mhm.
the county staff there, but
For sure.
at least we get through the agenda, and then the public comments could start at 6.
That's
Does
a
that help them?
possibility. I don't know. It's a
I mean,
possibility.
does the county staff go eat dinner at 6? Is that because they're stuck there? It's or they're stuck
Yeah.
somewhere. They're
Yeah.
not home.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they could be
Yeah.
home because it's all virtual. But what is their druthers?
Rocco, Clinton.
So
Would you rather meet monthly or bi-monthly with longer meetings?
right. So I guess the main reason it's an hour right now here is because all of the staff members on the county staff have to attend the main transportation advisory committee meeting from 7 to 8:30 p.m. as well after this. Um, so for most people, it is usually time to get food or something. So if we were to expand it, I think the most reasonable way to do so would be to meet more frequently.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would definitely
Okay.
allow for more time
Well,
to
That
present
that
everything.
would also give us, I think we'd be able to measure a little bit better. Like, are we making progress from one month to the next? Like, are the comments changing? Are we still complaining about the same things we complained about 4 months ago?
right. Right. Okay. Well, this is
Or have things gotten better?
just to kind of move things along a little bit. I am willing to propose to the TAC tonight, and maybe I need a motion on this, to meet monthly, probably the second Tuesday of the month, I would imagine, but I don't know that we need to be that specific with them. but from 5 to 6.
So
Is it-
moved. So
Okay, I hear that. And is there a second? Any second? Okay, thank you,
we got a
Cynthia. Okay, all those in favor?
aye.
Okay, all right. I didn't hear Kent and Daniel. I hope that doesn't mean you're opposed.
Aye.
Okay. All right, all right. You guys, I'm
In
really
favor.
gonna have to move us on. I'm sorry, but we have a full agenda and we may have to, we may have to eliminate a few items.
Understood.
Okay, let's move forward here. Okay, the minutes from January. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Okay, a second? Second? Okay, Cynthia, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Not hearing anything, so that's good. All right, this next item I think is important, and it's the request to advertise a public hearing to consider the Metro Lift program. Who wants to take this one? Who wants to describe this?
All right, so I will start the presentation now that we have. This presentation covers the next few items on the agenda. So we'll start with the Metro Lift adoption. So essentially, county staff will be requesting the county board to authorize an advertisement for public hearing on the Arlington Transit Fare Ordinance to add Metro Lift as a fare program as under Arlington Transit at the March board meeting. If that motion is approved at the March County Board meeting, the public hearing for Metro Lift being added to the Arlington Transit Fare Ordinance would be at the April board meeting. So just a quick overview on Metro Lift. If you are unfamiliar with Metro Lift offers 50% off Metro bus and Metro rail trips currently for Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia customers of WMATA enrolled in SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Arlington Transit is looking to adopt the Metro Lift program on our ART buses. Eligible SNAP recipients would be able to use the 50% discount on all ART routes.
And when you say it doesn't have any effect, is that a decision that somebody made? I guess what I'm wondering is if a Metro bus rider or a rail rider can get 50%, why wouldn't somebody on SNAP also be able to have a 50% discount on a Star trip? Why wouldn't we want to do that?
That's the Chair Aspie, that's the parameters of the Metro program. So we're just basically giving you some background here as to the how the Metro Lift program works.
I
Yes,
was not familiar with this program at all. I don't know whether the other committee members are familiar with it. Daniel, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, this probably isn't the right forum to address this type of issue, but you know, I have a great job, gives me transit benefits. I wouldn't mind, for myself personally, I wouldn't mind paying more for Star if that meant that other people, such as SNAP recipients, could pay a lot less. So, you know, obviously this isn't the right forum for it, but if this is an issue that gets raised at some higher level, like I'm all for helping somebody like a SNAP recipient be able to afford to use the STAR program more easily.
But how does that work if you, I mean, a lot of, so Star users, some of them might also be on that program. And for those of us who aren't, I would also argue that Arlington Star is the most expensive paratransit program I'm aware of. Just FYI.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of logistics to work through. I mean, one idea, if I may, one idea I've thought of, I think it would be great if the STAR program said that every STAR recipient gets 2 free in-county rides every month. For me, that wouldn't make any difference because I do like 100 rides because I work and stuff. But for somebody that's doing very few rides, only for doctor's appointments, that could make a huge difference for somebody like that. So I would love, and that's a really easy to administer ride. It's like everybody's first 2 rides are free. Like, to me, that's like easy logistically. But I'm all for things that help more people that are vulnerable use the STAR program.
So if I can just iterate quickly, as Clinton said, the MetroLift program is run by Metro, by WMATA. This change we would simply be making here is we would be allowing the benefit given by WMATA to be used on our on ART. And the benefit is given through the Smart Trip Metro cards that are issued for use on Metro Bus and Metro Rail.
I see. Okay. Okay. Well,
Sounds
it
good.
just, yeah, it sounds good. I just thought that I hear Kent. Kent raised his hand. Kent.
Yes, ma'am. So, Rocco, does Arlington get reimbursed for the cost of the trips then from WMATA?
I can't speak to the specifics of that, and I think that those specifics would be answered at the board meeting in April, if it is approved.
Yes, we are meeting with the WMATA on the 25th to figure out how we will stand up and operationalize this MetroLift program. The first thing that has to transpire is that it has to be taken to the board for the request to advertise. How we'll be able to implement it within Arlington Transit is still to be determined.
All right. Well, these are public hearings, correct?
Yes.
So people can make comments. Sorry, did someone else have a comment? I thought there was another hand up. Am I incorrect?
Daniel Leslie's hand is up from before.
Daniel, please go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I'll put my hand down.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, all right. So then there's no action required on our part at this moment. This
Nope, you're
was
just required to
more
notify all boards that
informational.
this is occurring.
Okay. Okay. And if people want to attend those hearings, they certainly may do so and provide feedback.
Right.
Right? So, okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Very good. The next item is the microtransit pilot project, and I'm wondering if this is one that we could defer. I don't know what time is it? It's getting late.
It is 5:46.
Yeah.
Chair
not
Ashby,
sure.
this is the update that will be given to the Transit Advisory Committee at 7 o'clock. So if the committee wishes to
Right.
defer this, then they can tune
Right.
in and listen for that
Let
update.
me let me ask the committee, is this something you want to defer or do you want to hear this briefly? We've got several other topics like the STAR update, the STAR service
good
metrics,
I'm
audit.
fine deferring if we can talk about STAR specific things here
Okay,
in the time remaining.
anyone else has a concern? If you're, certainly you all are welcome to, sit in at 7. I know not everybody can do that, and we can certainly ask for an update next month as well. Is that all right with everyone?
Yes, I'm fine with deferring.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not hearing any strong objection, and I apologize. It was Paul probably that was going to give us the update. I'm sorry about having to defer your item. I believe it was Paul anyway. Okay, next up, the STAR update.
Right. So yes, if you wish to hear from the microtransit, you can tune in at 7 p.m. and we will have the same presentation given then.
Okay.
Okay. So the STAR updates section, there are a number of different items under this update. So I'll be going down one by one on each thing. So we will start firstly on an update requested on the new vehicles for STAR. The STAR program, as previously stated, will be completely replacing all dedicated vehicles for the STAR service in the coming months. Just to remind everybody, this new fleet consists of 15 2025 Chrysler Voyagers with side load ADA ramps and 2 Ford Transit 350s 2025 models with side load ADA lifts. So all are wheelchair accessible. As of March 10th, 2026, all new STAR vehicles have been delivered to the We Drive You facilities in the Washington, D.C. area. The vehicles have already undergone local technology retrofitting and inspection and are currently in the titling and registration phase. We need to make sure all the vehicles are issued new license plates, insurance cards, and registration documents in all of the vehicles, which we have to work with the DMV and the insurance committee and the insurance companies to get those issued for new vehicles. Additionally, once that is complete, we need to have the vehicles certified by the WMATC, the Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Commission. If you are familiar with any commercial vehicle operations, you will have seen their WMATC number on the side of commercial trucks and buses. It is required for any commercial vehicle in the Washington, D.C. region, and so we must have the vehicles certified by them for commercial use. Once these stages of the implementation are completed, the new STAR vehicles will be fully available for service and will be used in STAR service.
So just a quick, do we have an estimate of when that might be?
It's kind of hard to give an estimate just considering that now we're in the phase where we have to get approval by outside agencies like the DMV and insurance companies and WMATC. So we are moving as quickly as we can to get those different aspects approved. But it is hard for us to give a definitive time date that these would be delivered by.
Okay, Kent has his hand raised. Is it about this particular issue, Kent? Kent?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead.
Any of the vehicles did you say had lifts on them rather than ramps?
It is the Chrysler Voyagers.
And how many of
we have 15.
Wow.
I'm sorry, did you ask for the lifts or the ramps?
Oh, the lifts.
The lifts, I'm sorry. We have 2 2025 Ford Transit 350s, which have side load ADA lifts.
And are they larger vehicles or?
I'm sorry, are they large vehicles?
Yeah, they hold more people or? Because I'm familiar with that.
A Ford Transit 350, Marshall, I think, can speak to the specific size of the vehicles.
Okay, Marshall, please.
Hi, good evening, everybody. The Ford E350s hold a total of 9 passengers, or up to 2 wheelchairs. They are going to be larger than the minivans, but smaller than the buses that we currently run.
Okay.
So that should give you an idea. They, if you want to look them up on the internet, you can find pictures pretty quickly. It's a Ford E350.
Okay, thank you. And I just a note for everybody that lifts are notorious for breaking, so they're time consuming, et cetera, et cetera. Don't like lifts.
Right. Okay, thank you, Kent. Okay, go ahead.
Right.
Rocco.
Additionally to that, as of March 10th, 2026, all new and existing STAR vehicles have been retrofitted with Samsara recording technology. This will allow for continuous audio and video recording on the STAR vehicles and will allow for better customer complaint resolution and driver oversight. Previously, in-vehicle recording hardware only activated if a vehicle collision was detected and did not record at any other time, but this new technology will be recording continuously. Passengers will be notified within the vehicle when we activate Samsara recording technology, you'll see some sort of visual aid to notify customers that they are under audio and video recording.
And will there be a auditory, indication for those people who do not see the video?
Yes, if there's someone who cannot view the placard in the vehicle, the driver will be able to tell them that they are being recorded.
And should tell them, honestly.
Yes.
Not will be able to. I hope that it is a mandatory thing, really.
I wonder if instead of doing that, if there's a way that they should do that, not instead of, but in addition, when you book a ride in the app, like, is there a way to, before you hit like schedule it, like it'll just say like on the trip page after you do that, it'll say, all, our vehicles are fitted with this technology. It might just be something worth putting on the book, the page that shows up after you book your trip.
It's a good suggestion. It's actually.
That is a good suggestion, and we will certainly look into doing that.
Okay, thank you. All right, go ahead.
Okay, STAR application training. Training for the STAR application is still slated for the first half of this calendar year. And it's still slated for spring 2026. We still are going to offer training in person as well as through online communications, and there will still be an FAQ. The details of it are still being worked out because we are trying to get in-person representative from the STAR application development team in Arlington to be in person for our training. So we are still working through the details of getting that person here. And so we will be able to share specific dates once we have worked that out. But we do also have to share that the Commission on Aging and another Arlington County Commission will be hosting the 2026 Community Engagement Forum on Aging at the Lubber Run Community Center on Monday, March 16th, 2026, from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. This event focuses specifically on transportation for senior citizens, and Arlington Transit will have a presence at this event, and we will have printed materials at this event regarding STAR. And it will be used as an opportunity to educate community members and on our new application and on how to use it. I plan to be in attendance at this meeting, so if you attend, you'll be able to see me there.
Okay, can I just ask, I know you asked for our input on the training on the app, and we did provide you some input. Will any of us here be asked to kind of preview the training before it goes live?
So the training will take place in person.
Okay.
It will, it's not going to be a pre-recorded video. There will be an in-person training. Probably not, because it will be in person.
What about for people who can't attend it?
Right.
I know we had talked about these things before, so.
Right. I believe we'll have a recording of the training in person, and there will be online training pieces, such as the FAQ. But I'm sure we can get you guys a look at the online component of the training before it launches. I think that's something we can do.
But I mean, presumably, yes, it's going to be in person, but somebody's going to be talking through slides or content. I think that's what Roseanne is maybe asking about. Like, can we see like an outline of it, or like what are the things that are going to be covered in case there are any questions or suggestions of things to add?
Yeah.
Sure, we can get you whatever materials are used beforehand.
That would be helpful because I think this committee is very helpful with app-related issues. So, okay. Thank you,
Just
Rocco.
to add on to that, it'll be a hybrid meeting. We've
Okay.
identified a room here in Bosman, room 216, which is one of the best rooms that we have as far as accommodations are concerned, according to our communications team. And we also will be able to provide that presentation in advance to you all. And the one last thing that we have for this committee to ask is that as we were socializing this with others in the county, they wanted us to recommend to you all or for you all to think about partnering with other agencies or other committees, maybe the Commission on Aging or the Disability Advisory Committee, just reaching out to them or anyone within your circles of influence to be able to also take part in this training.
Well,
Just so that I've also even thought about possibly reaching out to those that use the Spare app in the city of Alexandria, as those users also are by the same provider and also use the Spare app. So as you all think of organizations that would be that you'd like to possibly partner with or reach out to when we hold this training this spring, please just let us know and we can see if we have contacts for them as well.
Okay, yes, but so we can make recommendations to you and you can do the communication with the groups. And I appreciate that. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Plus, I'm hopeful that you're going to send something out to all the STAR users personally, but like an
Yes, once we set
email
the
or
date.
whatever.
Yeah, once we set the date, We Drive You GM gave us the some available dates that a representative from Spare could come out to do that training.
Okay.
We could be able to get that squared away.
Very good. Thank you, Clinton. Okay, I see my committee's fast disappearing. I'm not sure how many are left. Okay, Kent, go ahead.
Just quickly, I never have had a definitive answer as to who's eligible for STAR. Are seniors eligible to ride STAR?
Everyone who is eligible for Metro Access is eligible for STAR.
Okay. And that's people with disabilities, isn't it?
Mostly, I believe there are certain exceptions, but you have to go through the application process with Metro Access, and if you're approved through the applications and standards of Metro Access, that is communicated to the Arlington County, and you're available to use STAR.
Right, and all of those people have to have a disability, a medically documented disability. I mean, that's part of the application process. So, okay. Okay, I apologize, Rocco.
It's okay.
You have other topics, I think.
Yes.
Oh, Joshua wants to speak. Yeah. Please,
Hi,
Josh.
everyone. I know we're running late, so I'll make this real quick. Sorry about that. I just wanted to mention that in states with all party consent for recording, it is common practice to include the notice in the rider policies and on the website on like the how to ride guides. It's not common practice to announce to all passengers that they are being recorded when they board a vehicle. Because when we train drivers, we tell them to not assume anyone's ability or disability. So we wouldn't say only for blind passengers say this thing. We would just say
That's
blanket
fair.
say to everyone, and we don't.
That's fair.
It's not common practice.
Right.
But just wanted to let
I
that know.
yeah, I actually like.
I think putting it in the rider guide and the app would be sufficient.
Yeah, I think that would be, and maybe they have a notice on the call center, recording or something of this nature.
Yes, we're still reviewing the best way to do it because while Virginia and Washington, D.C. are one-party consent states, Maryland is a two-party consent state, and we do service Maryland as part of STAR.
Right.
So we are currently reviewing the legal necessity to announce to everybody that we have to. So we will have an update on that in the future.
That's fine.
Okay, so the credit and debit card payment for STAR trips via the Arlington STAR app launched on February 2nd, 2026. As stated earlier, alongside debit and credit, the ability to digitally purchase and store funds on the Arlington Star app launched with the addition of a feature called Wallet. We can say that in the month of February, 6% of all the trips taken were paid for using either the debit or credit card or with digitally purchased funds on the wallet by a debit or credit card. That is 6% of all trips. That includes trips booked over the phone. So if you take out trips that were booked over the phone with the call center and use only trips booked through the app or on the website, it is a significantly higher percentage. And we expect adoption will continue to grow for credit and debit card payment as we continue to inform the public of this feature and it becomes more widely known.
Okay.
All right. As requested, we had investigated issues surrounding the trip duration and excessive ride times. This has been reported by the subcommittee, and we have received complaints through our call center and our customer comment portal about this. And we have completed an investigation on trying to remedy this issue. We've been able to determine that this issue appeared most significantly in Zone 1, where destinations of pickups and drop-offs are spaced very close together. So as a result, we have reduced the maximal allowable time riders can spend in the vehicle within Zone 1. So this will enforce stricter scheduling within the area and should hopefully reduce any specific issues around trip duration. And as a result of this change, we've seen a significant decline in complaints regarding inefficient routing or trip duration since we have implemented this change in late January. And we have, yes, we've seen much fewer complaints that this is occurring. So if issues continue to persist regarding trip duration concerns, please continue to report them through the official channels via the Star Call Center. And we will continue to investigate them on a case-by-case basis.
Hey, Kent has a question, I believe.
Yes, Rocco, what is your standard that you've adopted in Zone 1 or time in the vehicle? What's the limit?
The limit, the maximum allowable time in the vehicle, as per the scheduling software, is 1 hour. That is not obviously not the expectation that 90+% of people will spend that amount of time in the vehicle. But what that does on the scheduling side is it forces the scheduling software to commit to pickups and drop-offs that are more efficient in terms of not making inefficient routing decisions or deviating past pickup and drop-off points.
And what was it before, prior to the 1 hour?
As we've discussed before, it was 2 hours.
Okay.
That's certainly going in the right direction. Okay. All right.
All right.
Do you have
So
more?
that's everything I had for the STAR updates section.
Okay.
I also have the STAR metrics update.
Okay.
It is 607, but these metrics are publicly available on our Arlington Transit website and are updated every month. I'm still happy to go over them if you would like.
All right. Well, how does the committee feel at this moment? I was going to perhaps defer the audit discussion, which is the next item. Do you want to hear the metrics? I mean, are you okay with deferring audit? I know we're over time.
Can we include them in I mean, they're on the website. They're posted, right?
Yes, they're posted every month.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine deferring that in the audit unless there's a specific question that any committee member has.
Anybody have a specific concern they want addressed right now with regard to metrics or the audit? I do not hear anything. So what, again, to reiterate, I'm going to bring up the notion of our meeting on a monthly basis. I'm going to ask the TAC, I'm going to tell them that we voted, that is the committee's preference. And, that we're hopeful that we can keep our meetings more, within the hour, timeframe if we have an extra meeting, each month. So, I don't have anything more. It's been a productive meeting. I appreciate everybody's cooperation. Again, anybody is welcome to sit in on the 7 o'clock meeting. I assume, do you all need me to send you the agenda or because it contains the team's information? I can certainly do that. I just don't know that
Good.
people have time, I'm
We
sorry.
trust you, Roseanne.
All right. Thank you all. Thank you all very much. Thank you so much for this meeting. This was a good meeting. Okay.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank
All
you very
right.
much. I'm going to stop the recording now.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.